them on the bus?
No.
Yeah.
Take mommy.
E-I-E-I-O. And on the farm he had a doggy. With a rough, rough here and a rough, rough there.
This is the owl and it's purple.
The mission of VIP is really to enhance and build that foundational bond between the parent and the child. Because once you have that bond, the chips for learning just fall into place. And a lot of the animals have really clear faces, right? So you can always talk about the parts of the face. Wow. We meet with families when they're here for their well baby visits. We talk about what they're observing and how their child is growing and changing. They get a toy or book to take home, and we record the parent and child playing together. This part I loved, Jasenia. You put it just slightly out of her reach. Then we review the video, describing all the wonderful things the parent is doing to support their child's learning, and planning strategies they'd like to try later on.
And also like echoes to make up stories, you know?
Absolutely.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through town.
I think that when they see themselves on video, they really start to notice the things that they're doing and the things that they're saying to their children, and seeing their children react to it as well really brings home the message that what I do and what I say is important, and they are listening and they are picking things up.
One thing I really noticed is how much he responds to you. You really have this back and forth with him and you continue it, which I really enjoyed. And you've done this at home, he knows the song. He's like, Daddy, you sing, right? He pointed to you.
We know that children growing up in poverty start behind from the moment they start school, and this sets them up for problems throughout their schooling and through their lives.
Mommy, give Jordan a kiss.
And all these wonderful sounds that she's doing, definitely make time to stop and acknowledge them. Yeah, and you did that a lot, actually. When she would make, you would be like, yes, and yeah, I know.
It really provides parents a model for how to speak with their children, how to read with them. Many families in poverty did not experience those things when they were babies. Their mothers didn't teach them how to do that. If you have a whole population who doesn't hear language early in life, who are not introduced to books early in life, who don't understand the value of it, who don't learn to play in certain ways early in life, once they start school, they are already at a disadvantage.
I was a first-time mom, and I really didn't know exactly the milestones that my son was supposed to be taking.
Once we started the program, I seen the way she reacted, the way he was reacting, and it was a lot more that I needed to learn. When we got the doll, we was learning about the nose and the ears, and he really loved that doll.
Ears,
he used to
ears,
come to me,
ears.
he's nose, and I know kids that are his age, and they're not even speaking.
One of the main reasons that I think that VIP works is because it empowers families. All families want to do the best for their children, and VIP empowers them to do so.
El programa nos ha hecho cambiar en muchas cosas como padres. Nos ha enseñado a tener paciencia en cada una de las etapas del bebé, porque cuando se es tan pequeño es muy difícil saber qué está viendo, qué no está viendo, qué le sirve para su educación y qué no le sirve, de qué manera podemos incentivar sus sentidos, cómo sabemos que él capta la información.
Se presta mucho no solo para avanzarle en su imaginación y creatividad, pero también
when we think about children at the very beginning, it's so important for a number of reasons. One reason is just what we know about the brain, that there are windows of opportunity when your brain is just built to learn certain things. And of course, the cardinal example is language.
Hola, bebé.
The other reason that those early months and years are so important is that families are building habits and patterns. One of the reasons that it's particularly good to do with young children is that what young children really want is that parental attention.
You can see him starting trying to even like raise his arms towards the toy, so he's really responding to it and responding to
I can grab it.
I know, which will come eventually. But he really is responsive to it and responsive to your voice and how you play with him.
I love the fact that he was actually following it with his eyes, how he really was trying to talk to it as well.
When I started my practice, I often found myself in the position of identifying children who had developmental delays and developmental problems after the fact. One of the great things about being able to have a program like VIP is that it allows me as a pediatrician to be able to do something before problems emerge.
What have you noticed about her and how has she changed since her last session?
She's talking more.
Great.
She loves to read books, so she'll grab me books all the time at home. And when we're playing, she's like, "No, Mommy, you have to use your imagination." So I love when she tells me that. I was at her first doctor's appointment, and Jennifer came up to me and talked to me about reading to your kids. And at first, I'm like, my child's only 1 week old. I don't, But she told me how important it was to read to them and talk to them, even at the tender ages of infancy. Because they recognize your voice and they get soothed, and also if you read to them every day, routines become habits.
Hi, how nice bright smile. Come on in.
How are you?
The primary model that we have here in the pediatric clinic is a very successful one because it takes advantage of the fact that these parents have to bring their children for regular checkups. I can tell who's a VIP patient and who is not. Because when the mom is talking about my baby's brain development and language, and this is what I'm doing to stimulate my baby's brain.
Green.
Which is what VIP does for our families, and it's really wonderful to see that.
What would you like to do with the blocks at home? How would you continue using them?
Let's build a school.
Okay.
Well, how we can learn more songs and ABCs.
Ooh, I love that. I love that. So you've incorporated a whole bunch of pretending in there.
Pediatricians and pediatric practice is an amazing location to have a program like this where it integrates seamlessly into what we're doing already and helps to enhance parents' appreciation of their child and optimal ways to interact and to promote their development and just in the course of the pediatric visit.
Hi, Caroline. Hi, Katia. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
So Caroline's almost 6 months, right? Yeah.
You see parents and their infants and toddlers early on. So rather than wait for there to be a problem with language development or cognitive development, we give them a chance to get ahead, to have the tools that other families have so that their children have typical development, typical reading abilities, typical language abilities, and even to excel in those areas.
Daddy ask you if you're good? Yeah? You're not gonna ask him what time he's coming home? Yeah? Go ahead.
He has a lot more words than he did before, and so he's able to express himself. It's wonderful.
We know, since we've done research on the outcomes, that the intervention is very effective in promoting the parent-child relationship and of course, even more importantly, changing the child's outcomes, meaning better social emotional health, better language.
Say who's home. Home. Open it. What is that? This is move. It's a pig. What sound does a pig make? Oink. Oink, oink. You're so smart. I love Jennifer. She's more than just a person that we come to for the program. She's helped mold me to become this parent that I never knew was in me. What's that? It's a dog. What sound does the dog make? Ruff, ruff. Good job. What's that? It's chicken. Chicken. What sound chicken make? High five. You're so smart.
One of the good positive side effects of VIP is improvement in maternal depression, because that is one of the factors we know influences how a mother interacts with their child. VIP empowers moms who feel so disempowered because of many things. VIP gives them something positive that they can do for their children.
Y mira, otro gatito.
I love the VIP DVDs. It helps me, you know, go back and reminisce on what the times that I had with him. Not only that, it helps me go back and see, you know, the things, the pointers that she's given me.
What's been happening here at Bellevue is really remarkable. And we said, how can we support this? How can we ensure that the city is on board? We approached Woodhull and said, hey, would you guys be interested?
I felt it was very important that a program like this should come to our pediatric practice, because if we can help just one patient, that would make a difference. But it turned out that we've enrolled over 350 families, and I think we're going to have a significant impact in the children in our community.
Me gusta porque me están ayudando a interactuar más con mi bebé, hablarle más, motivan a hacerlo. Y pues esos pasar ratos tan alegres, están tan bonitos. Sí, son experiencias muy lindas.
Old MacJojo had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And in his farm he had some, let's see, which one you want to open?
What is that? Which one you want to open?
Oh, okay. And in his farm he had a cow, E-I-E-I-O. And he had a pig and he had a dog. And he had a horse. What else he had? Horse, yes.
He's even laughing. He's like, oh, that's funny, Mom. You know, you're really adjusting the song, adjusting the play to your baby, and that's incredible. Tell me what you liked most about it.
When you started singing.
When he started singing? You both are always so great at encouraging him and allowing him to be independent and still structuring the game in a way that is fun, right? You're putting it right in front of him, you're letting him touch the pieces himself, and you know, he wants to say more and more things because mommy and daddy make it so fun. And so tell me what you want to do at home. What do you want to do at home? You want to play more? Yeah.
I feel like for us as parents, I feel like the best thing has been watching him develop and just watching him grow. And if we weren't in this program, like there will be things that we wouldn't know, or like we wouldn't put into practice. Like maybe, for example, like something as simple as like reading, maybe we would have started a little later, but thanks to the program, you know, we understand the importance of like reading now and doing certain activities with him that we don't have to wait later on. We should start now.
And I feel like it's also important for like parents that have their first child. It helps them get comfortable and know that they're gonna be okay, and it helps them just prepare, just as you said, for the steps that they need to take. So it's really good.
I love working with the parents.
Thank you. My favorite.
I love seeing them grow, because when they do something wonderful and it gets highlighted,
Like introduce them to the other toy.
and then they start seeing the impacts on their children, it's like their perspective about themselves changes completely, and they feel like, I can help my child. I can teach them.